Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Alicia, and today we're going to get a little bit controversial. We're going to talk about my quarterly DNFs. Without any further ado, let's get right into the video. So, just want to start off by saying if any book on this list is one of your favorites or if it worked for you, I am so happy that this book found its audience. It just wasn't for me, or I wasn't in the right mood. But if you do love it, and the reason why I DNF'd it is a dumb reason, or if you just disagree with me and you love this book and you think I should read it, let me know, because hey, you know, I might be missing out on something great. So I actually don't have a lot of books on this list. I only DNF'd 5, which I think is a pretty good amount, because usually I love to push through books because I feel like there has to be something in a book that is for everybody, and I just have to get away from that mindset and just put it down if I'm not enjoying the reading experience, you know? Yeah. So the first book on this list is one that is very much beloved, and this is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. So I ended up reading Take a Hint, Dani Brown earlier this year, maybe a couple of months ago, and I loved it. It was so good. I'm usually not a romance reader, but I love that book. I love our main character, Dani. She was sassy, she was strong, she was independent. I love the character dynamics in the relationship. I also liked how steamy it got. So then I decided to go back and read Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and I don't know what it was about it. I just couldn't get into it. I think I listened to maybe about 45 to 50% of it, and I realized that I wasn't really invested in the relationship or in the characters, and I also didn't really have an idea of what was going on anymore, so I just decided to put it down. I'm still debating on whether I want to pick up the third book in this companion series, the one with Eve. I don't remember the name of it, but is it worth it? Have you read it? If you read these two books and you're like me and you like Take a Hint, Dani Brown, but didn't love Get a Life, Chloe Brown, should I pick up the last one, the third one? Is it worth it? Let me know. So the next book on this list is The Dating Plan. I don't know who the author is, but I'll put up photos of the book. So it's The Dating Plan, which is another romance book. This is while I was really exploring the romance genre, and to be honest, it's been like 2 months since I first picked up this book, and I can't really tell you in detail why this book didn't work out for me, but from the little that I remember, I just found the characters to be very dry and boring. Like, there was nothing that was really substantial for me specifically in this book. Like, it's only been 2 months, and I feel like I should remember a little bit more than just, wow, it was boring. But that's literally all I remember, and I think I got like maybe 30% through the book. I don't know if it picks up near the halfway point or near the end, but I just found at the beginning to be extremely boring. I wasn't into it, so I put it down. So now going more into the thriller and sci-fi genre, the next book that I ended up DNFing was 9 Perfect Strangers. And okay, am I also the only one? Am I the only person that found this book to be boring? Like, nothing really happened. So I think I got maybe like 35 to 40% through it, but it felt like nothing really happened. Is that just me? Is that just me? And I just found most of the characters to be unlikable and not really characters that I wanted to root for if anything was going on. Like, what was going on in that book? Is this a usual Liane Moriarty? Because I want to know, because I want to pick up some of her other books, but if her other books are like this one, I don't know. I don't know. So you let me know. The next book that I ended up DNFing is The Push. Again, I don't know who this author is. So the weird thing about this one is I thought I was going to love it. I read the synopsis and I was like, ooh, I am ready. My body is ready for a ride. This is a dumb reason to DNF this book. And if you read the book and it's really good, let me know, because this is one that I might potentially pick back up if it's good. But for me, so the reason that I didn't like this one, or that I DNF'd it, was the writing style. If I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, so let me know, but it was written in like present tense first person or something like that, and I just found that writing style to be really weird, especially for a book like this. Like, it just wasn't working for me the way that the story was being told, and because that writing style was so present in my mind, like, I just couldn't focus on the story. Like, it just kept taking me out of the story, and the entire time the only thing that I can say to myself was like, why did she choose to write the book like this? So that was literally the only reason. I know I'm being petty that it was the writing style that didn't click with me, but it just didn't, you know. It took me out of the story, which didn't make it memorable, it didn't make it enjoyable. So I mean, maybe it's a really great story, but the writing style just didn't work for me. And then the last book on this list is Dark Constellations. This is a speculative fiction sci-fi book, and it's another one that was really disappointing because I thought I was going to love it. I think I got maybe 50% through this one. Honestly, I really thought that it was going to be a favorite. For this one, what didn't work for me is so I looked at some reviews of people that enjoyed it, and they really compared the writing style to Borges. And now I don't know if I'm going to pick up something by that author, because this was also a book where the writing style just didn't work for me. So this book just felt really smart for me. Like, I felt like I just wasn't understanding. Things kept going over my head. Like, I wasn't grasping it. It's a book that made me feel dumb, if that makes sense. It just felt very analytical and very dry at the same time. So it wasn't one that I was willing to sacrifice my reading experience for something that might potentially be very impactful by the end and might leave me with like, wow, so many questions and you know, contemplating my own existence. I don't think I wanted to sacrifice my reading experience while reading it for something great, if that makes sense. So those were all of the books that I DNF'd this quarter. There has to be a lot going on in a book for me to say, no, I need to put this down. So yeah, unfortunately these didn't work for me, but if there is a book in here that you really enjoy and you think that I'll enjoy it if I push through it a little bit, let me know, because I would love to give it another chance. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far but don't know what to comment, leave an emoji down below of something spicy, because DNF videos are always spicy. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.